Hi, everyone. I'd like to start off by saying good evening or good day to you. Hope all is well on your side of the screen. Um, I am just kind of just in a zone right now. I feel like I'm in one of my little times where I've pulled away from social media to a certain extent, and I'm just chilling real quick. I'm just reading a lot more. I'm looking into so many things. I'm just taking in. I'm at a time where usually I go through these spurts where I'm like just digging, digging, digging. And sometimes it feels like I'm just digging for no reason. I'm just finding all kind of things that I haven't seen before, interpreting them, reading them in different ways, getting insight. And then maybe a couple of weeks, couple of months later, then I feel like then I go back on a can you say something like binging and purging? No disrespect to anyone that suffers from some kind of eating disorder, but it's kind of like that's how I can kind of describe it, but with the mental. It is more of gaining information or different forms of knowledge. I feel like the spiritual side is kind of like just laying back for a second. I feel like I've been a little bit overwhelmed because of, like I told you guys before, there's a lot of stuff going on in my household with my work, with, things that are occurring. And I'm not complaining about any of these things. I'm just saying that those things always come first. I wish that, I had more time in the day. So, again, it's late night. I should be sleeping, but I was just sitting up. Stairs and I was just thinking, and then I had lost my iPad for a couple of days and I just found it like 20 minutes ago. And, it just sparked up some stuff that I was looking into the other day. So today we're going to be doing something like a show and tell or a book share. Okay. So everybody should be able to access this book by going through Google Books, excuse me, and you should be able to. Okay, yeah, my sump pump is gonna keep on. It's kind of like over here in like the corner, and it's raining, so it's gonna keep going off. But anyhow, I just wanted to do a quick glance through this book. I was reading something on, I think it was page 118, so I had to go ahead and send the pic. I mean, send it to my email, and then pull it out, and then go ahead and show it to you guys. So we're just going to skim through it real quick. Maybe I'll read that page. And this is just something because I can't read all the books that I find, but I think that these are very, and I'm not even sure if they're good reads or not, but usually I'll find something in there. And a lot of us, when we're going through these books, we know we can't read them all. So, each one teach one, and sharing is caring. So that's what we're going to do here. So it says The Negro and the White Man by Bishop Gaines. Okay, and I guess it was uh, published maybe in 1897. Um, okay, by some bishop. Okay, so there's an introduction. Ethnology is something that I would like. You know what? Let's go ahead and look it up while we're. I just wanted to, so we can kind of get like a clear, you know. Okay, let's see what it's saying. Science. Okay, science. Um, well, some people think that it is law, it is God today. Um, and I just say be careful when it comes to this. Because science can be science, but if the people that are running things have a certain motive, um, then and it doesn't fit in with that, um, what can I say? If it doesn't fit in with their agenda, then those that are speaking differently will be cast aside. Just remember that. They will not be put in mainstream media. They will not be propped up on these bogus documentaries that they do. These people are cast to the side and they don't get the representation that everyone else gets. Always remember that. I don't care if you're white, black, a monkey, a snake, or a dog. If somebody is putting you on a platform and promoting you profusely, then you may be getting something that may not be all the way the truth. Okay? those that are speaking something alternative to that, or that may be speaking the truth or closest to the truth that you can get, but it doesn't fit the agenda, will be cast aside. That's the way it works. So, ethnology, okay, the science of the characteristics. Well, we think in English, language, we think we know these words, but I like to test them out sometimes. History and customs of the races. Okay, now this is the history and customs of the races of mankind. Not man, not the earth, but mankind. Something like a man, kind of like a man. Not a Jew, but Jewish. That's ish. If I'm gonna meet you at 12, not 12, around 12 ish, you probably know I'm gonna be running late or coming early. Okay? What else can we use? Things like that. I had a good one, but I lost my train of thought. So again, it's kind of like something like it. 1832 from ethnology, perhaps molded or modeled on French or German. Related to these terms, ethnology is a very modern science, even later than geology. And is it something like Egyptology? Oh, that's what I was going to say. Another one we can use, like Israel, and then the Israelites. These type of things, compound type of words. Okay. So what does it says? And as yet hardly known in America. Okay, I wonder why. Although much cultivated latterly or laterly in Germany and France. Being considered an indispensable auxiliary to history and geography. Okay. Atlantic Journal and Friend of Knowledge, Philadelphia, summer 1832. I just wonder if we got something real quick. Let's see. Oh, it's funny, we're going to go right here to Amerindian, or Amerind. Okay, 1899, coined by Maj John Wesley Powell. Okay, who is this? John Wesley. Let's see. Wesley John. John Wesley. Wesley John. I don't know. I don't know. Could be. Wait, 1899? 1897. I don't know. It could be the same person. It really could. So let's just keep reading. At the Bureau of American Ethnology, where he was director from American Indian. Okay, so archicephalic in ethnology, short-headed, 1847, denoting skulls at least 80%. Okay, considered typical of the Mongoloid peoples. Okay, let's see. Leo, scientific word forming elements meaning smooth, from Greek, smooth, level, flat, plain, unembroidered, beardless. Paleo? I don't know. I don't think it's spelled that way. In ethnology of races, condition of having straight, lank hair. Okay, in 1924. Okay, So anyhow, we're seeing that it's just some kind of study of mankind. Okay, that would be probably modeled after the archetype, but they may be including the archetype. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's get back to it. The Negro and the white man. Again, these are the things that you might want to type in if you want to look at this. To my wife, Julia A. Gaines. That's funny because this Gaines. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not Gaines. Okay. To my wife, Julia A. Gaines, and also my daughter, Mary Gaines, whose constant devotion to me as a husband and a father has comforted and cheered me through the toils of the Methodist preacher's life. These pages are affectionately dedicated. So I'm wondering, like, okay, I always wonder when I read something like this, who are these people? Like, okay, so is this guy Wesley? I don't know. I guess we can look him up. I didn't see a picture of him. I don't think in here. But yeah, we can probably look him up or whatever and see who he is and what. But you know, if this book is going to be about the Negro and the white man, why would he dedicate this? What are dedications really? Now, is this your way of righting a wrong that you know you may have done to somebody? And you know you're going ahead and trying to write this or correct this, especially when it comes to these type of writers. Why would you? What would a wife care about you writing a book about the Negro and the white man? Unless she might have been, you might have been a white man, and your daughter and your wife are colored folk. I'm just pointing stuff out like that because that's just the type of things that run through my mind when I read stuff like this. So now, I mean, I don't know if his wife maybe wanted him to portray somebody a certain way, or she felt like he was portraying them in the wrong way, and so now he's going to do right. I don't know what he was doing during his life, but I'm just saying these are questions that I ask. So the contents is going to be the introduction, the Negro ethnology, slavery, evils of African slavery, agitation by the abolitionist, irrepressible conflict at hand, Lincoln and other leaders. I would like to look into that, I guess. The Civil War and the part the Negro took in it, the rise to freedom, rise to citizenship, reconnection and suffrage, necessities for education recognized, rapid growth of the educational spirit, contributions to the Negro education, cap here. I promise y'all, I'm gonna need everybody in my family need glasses, except for one of my daughters and me, and I think I'm next. So it says, capacity of the Negro for higher education, accumulation of property, marriage, how regarded, amalgamation. I would like to look into that one too. The intermarriage question. So, of course, I'm not saying, of course, I shouldn't say that. So, it's leading me to think that this person feels some kind of way about these type of things. Okay. So, the political question and the Negro, home life of the Negro, the religion of the Negro, right treatment urged. Shall the Negro emigrate? Okay. And appeal to our brothers in white. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what the introduction says. So it says introduction. It has been my purpose for years to put my views on the so-called Negro question. Okay, they have the Negro question, the Negro problem, the Indian problem. I'm trying to figure out who's the real problem. I'm trying to figure out if we really all in this world gonna act like the people that are being called the problem are actually the ones that have been said to have caused the problem. Unless, you know, I mean, unless somebody knows something that we don't know and everything is total BS, and they did none of this stuff to us, and we did it to ourselves, or something else is doing it to us. I just don't know, you know. Um, okay, let's go ahead and look into this. Okay, so it just seems like the problem, but even if you, I was just reading something about the Indian problem. How would it be the Indian problem? Well, yeah, they do have a problem. Foreigners have came to preside over the people, and they are from a foreign land and trying to enforce something on the people of the land and its offspring, or anything that sprung from that earth, meaning those people, probably more so melanated people, that were on the land before anyone had come. Okay? And these people had seeded or planted their seeds in this place. And now, what do we have? So, let's see. The so called Negro question into permanent form. These cares and duties of my official life, involving a heavy tax upon my time and strength, have prevented the earlier fulfillment of this cherished purpose. I cannot afford, however, at my time of life, to further delay the execution of the work I had mapped out. I can feel for somebody like this. This is somebody that seems like they're really putting in the work to find truth, but maybe some obstacles was in their way or something. But who knows? I don't even know what he's going to talk about in this book. So let's just go ahead. In the well, we know somewhat of, but anyways, you know how usually they try to say this is what we're going to talk about, but then they master manipulate the whole thing to sound like something you, and you're just thinking, what am I really reading here? So in the intervals of my episcopal visit to the conferences and churches, I have devoted such time as I had to the preparation of these chapters, which now for the first time go forth to the public. So far as I know, I am the first of my race to take up this discuss in a systematic form this question in all its aspects and phases. It has required research and laborious efforts. I have availed myself of such authorities as furnish me with the necessary data for the work, and I have endeavored to state correctly all facts which I have used impartially and fairly. I have striven to divest myself of all prejudice and bias, and to discuss the great question with honesty, candor, and above all, with a purpose accomplished, uh, to accomplished, yeah, good. I have no resentments to indulge, no race prejudice to ventilate, no animosities to gratify. I have endeavored to be conservative, and if in some instances I have been bold in the statement of my views, it has been with no purpose to wound or irritate. I like this guy so far, I guess. In the language of Dr. Samuel Johnson, I would write down nothing which, in dying, I would wish to blot out or to blot. I would choose rather than widen the breach, if any there be, between the race or the races. I would lift my voice always for the harmony on the lines of justice and righteousness, as God has ordained them to exist between man and man. I deemed him an enemy to his race, be he white or colored, who foments strife, who seeks to breed discontent, division, or hatred. No question can be settled finally and permanently until it is settled right. I would reach the great heart of my brother in white. I would assure him that I feel nothing but the sentiment of kindness towards him, and that I recognize that the destiny of the American Negro is bound up for a will or woe with his destiny. I've never seen that will word spelled like that. Okay, so or woe with his destiny. I would, in these pages, reach the heart and the consciousness of my own race and help them to broader view, better living, and nobler aspirations. If, in this desire, I should fail, I would feel that my labor had been in vain. I invoke the charitable criticism of all who may chance to read these pages. I cannot expect all to agree with me in the views I have expressed or in the conclusions I have reached. But, and that just makes me think about that whole thing of thinking about what is truth. To me, this is kind of like him explaining that to me. I can't expect everybody to agree with me. We are people. We are all different. We come from different backgrounds, different. When we should not be led in any type of thing that is going to lead us as cattle or sheeple into one direction. This is where this whole new world order thing is going. They're trying to push and squeeze and make us squeeze us together so we bounce out on the other side with the agenda that they're proposing. Whether they trick us into it, they lie, cheat, deceive. Do not think because the well-polished vision that you're given of this government that these things are not still being done behind. If these things were not being done maliciously, then they should go through all of their laws, start over, and they should go through and pull some of these things out and right the wrongs that have been done. And there should not be a problem with that. But again, this is not the case. They want you to think because they got some Negro. Well, I won't even call him a Negro. I'll call him an Afro. Wait, no, I'll call them a, what do I call it? Euro-Afri-Asian. Those people, okay, that have come here, and some of these people that are connected to bloodlines that are foreign to this land. So they are descendants or they have chosen that side of the people that are here that are basically running things, these foreigners that are running things in a land that is not theirs, okay? So, yes, let me go back to this. So again, when it comes to truth, I agree with this. I cannot expect all to agree with me in the views I have expressed or in the conclusions I have reached. Those are my conclusions. When I break something down and I see right through it and it is confirmed, that is truth to me. That is my truth. It may not be your truth, but it is mine. And I will come to the conclusion until something else steers me in another direction, right? But I think it's more of reaching these conclusions and moving on with them that will help us find truth and set ourselves and others free. Okay? Everybody does not have to agree. This message ain't for everybody. I'm pretty sure his is not either. So, I like the way that he's describing these things because I think most of us that are coming forth with this information these days are not trying to cause division, no matter that we have been so deceived that when we're bringing this, it seems as if we are going against or we are causing division or strife, and we are not. Most of us have a heart of gold. Most of us are caring for our people and others. Most of us are thinking about you more than you are thinking about yourself. So you should probably just give people a break that are bringing truth. Everybody has a different role to play in this awakening. Okay, I suggest you find yours, and then you will be able to understand and overstand those who are already in the game. Everybody can hold a piece of the puzzle, but you have to first wake up and see the major catastrophic amount of lies and deceit that have been told in order for you to uncover or even jump into the rest. Kind of like taking that red pill. So, yeah, somewhat of a conclusion that you make that can be your truth. Okay. So, but feeling that I have honestly sought to find the truth. Oh, well, here we go. Okay, but feeling that I have honestly sought to find the truth and to manfully and fearlessly, these are my people. These are my soul siblings that I'm linking up with. Okay, and if it has to be online, if it has to be YouTube, and we decide to use our brains, our minds, our hearts, our souls to seek this knowledge and bring it forth to other people, instead of doing something frivolous or something that is mindless, like not to speak bad about some of these people, because you know, sometimes you need a little tip on how to do your hair, how you do your makeup. But I'm saying these people that are not bringing forth, they have all these followers, but are not bringing forth anything. It's just like now they are the celebrities. Okay, now they're bringing forth all this stuff that doesn't do any good for the people. Now, if you want to do beauty and bring a little bit of brains into it, fine. But I just don't agree with just putting forth content that is just you know, that's just my opinion. And that's no knocking against none of these people. I just wish that with these followings, people could do a little bit of both, you know. Um, yeah. So, and I promise I'm not knocking, but I'm serious. I'm serious. Okay. Because that's what's leading this whole YouTube train is uh, some things that I don't know. And I don't like to be judgmental because I watch some of these people with their videos. I enjoy watching their content and learning a couple of things. But I just feel like we could be doing so much more with networking and uniting. Okay. So anyway, yet kindly and charitably give it expression. I send this volume out to the world, earnestly praying that it may be a means of blessing to men. Okay. So in chapter 1, we are going to go ahead and read this page. Then I'm going to go ahead and take you down to page 118. And then you can decide if this is a book or something that you would like to look into. And then I will remove this link from here. And I hate to do this because I feel like when I do this, um, I feel like this is an easy way for people. I found that some of these books that I ended up sharing, they get taken down, and I think that's a shame because nobody's going to get a chance to. Um, yeah, nobody's going to get a chance to actually see the information once they figure out that we're on to something if it's giving you some kind of insight. So actually, I probably won't leave the link here, but you can totally go ahead and Google the Negro and the white man, Wesley John Gaines, and then go into the little link there that says books, and it will pop up. Okay, so let's read this. Chapter 1, the Negro Ethnological Considered. Um, the word Negro is of Latin origin. So this would just mean that the first people that started this thing would have been Latin. And when it comes to Negro, so, of course, like we can look and see like certain dates when the Latin people actually came into um, the Americas, okay? And see, what we can just look more further in there to see what this means. I know it's negro or something like that when they're talking about black, but again, I still just I don't know. I think it's something deeper to this word. So the word Negro is of Latin because remember, so-called Africans don't call themselves Negroes. Okay, most people don't, you know. But I also wonder if the term was originally for us. I know that I read that it was originally used for American Indians, and I think in another book I'm going to share with you, it states that. But, let's just keep going. The word Negro is of Latin origin, derived from Niger. And again, I think we have a Niger in South America, and then I guess they have one also, and maybe Africa, I'm not sure. So, which means black. Okay, it is applied to the races of the. It is applied. Okay. Now, what was that other word that we wanted to look at over here? Characteristics. Having the characteristics of an asymptote. Cirrocumulus, a type of cloud having characteristics of both cirrus or cirrus and cumulus clouds. Oh, hereticism, hereditism, scientific doctrine of hereditary transmissions of characteristics. Okay. Phenotype, observable characteristics of an individual. So this might be why they say, or of the something of the African races or whatnot. Let's see. Yeah. But which word was it that I wanted to use from here? Okay. I can't remember what I was going to look at. Okay, let's scratch that. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me get back on track. The word Negro is of Latin origin, derived from Niger, which means black. It is applied to the races of the African continent. Okay, so it's just applied to them. Okay, and that's what I wanted to go ahead and clear up real quick. Put to practical use. Okay. Hey everyone, it's me. I had this video done a couple days back. It's 4:45 in the morning. I have not had any sleep. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. But I wanted to break this up because I did the video a couple days ago and it ended up being 2 hours long. So I had my daughter chop it up into 4 videos earlier, and that did not work out so well. We weren't able to save them so that I can then upload them separately. So I actually have you guys in my workshop recording the QuickTime video with QuickTime. And basically I'm just going to go ahead and do it like this and then stop it every 30 minutes or so that you guys can get the full video, but it's going to be broken down into like 30-minute increments. So I just wanted to step in for a second to say that this is what's going on. I will then go ahead and do another introduction for part 2, a quick one, and then do an outro for that one, and then basically keep doing it this way until we get the whole thing uploaded. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I hope this content helps someone figure something out or see something a little bit differently. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to thank you guys that have come back in order to, view the content, and for those who are here the first time. So if you enjoyed this at all, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I like the thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, that would be nice too. But I like the thumbs up because it just lets me know if someone's out there listening. So, yes, until next time. And I want to say take care.